Hi Math 5 parents. I just wanted to hop on here really quick and give you guys an update on how we are going to be doing self-corrected scores on math tests moving forward, and also how we're going to be incentivizing checking our work in Math 5, specifically on the tests. So I had thought about sending an email, but I felt like a video would be better just because I want to be able to explain why we're making the change that we are. So after the last couple of assessments, I had begun to notice that I think some of our students kind of figured out the system with how we were doing self-correction. So previously, what we have been doing on math tests is students complete the test and then they turn it into teacher or parent, and we circle the ones that they have incorrect and give them another opportunity to do it again, and then they get full points back for that work. And so, which is a really great idea. But I think our students have, what I'm seeing in class is that students are not checking their work on their tests. And when I ask them to check their work, I apologize, when I ask them to check their work, what I'm getting in general is just kind of plugged in numbers and not actually a thorough check of their work. So I began to have a conversation with Jenna around what would potentially incentivize the checking of work, especially on assessments, because it isn't really actually helping their learning if we're just telling them, hey, this one is wrong, and then they're going back and doing it again and hoping to find the mistake, but they're not really, because they're not actually checking their work. So there are two things that we're going to shift. The first is on assessments, when we go, so either me or if they're taking the test at home, it will be the same at home for you guys. When they turn it in to get it corrected the first time, they can only receive half credit back on every problem that they miss after the first time. So let me just give an example. So let's say that on a student's test, he scores a 17 out of 23, let's say, right? And then he goes back to do some self-correction and he gets a problem, one of the problems that he self-corrected, he got it right, and that problem is worth 2 points. He can only receive 50% of that credit for that problem back, so it's worth 1 point. So he'll add 1 point to that 17, so that would be 18 out of 23. Let me know if you have any questions on how that works. So please make sure that you do that with the test that's upcoming on Thursday of this next week. And then I will do the same in our classroom. The second thing that I'm going to do to incentivize checked work on math assessments is I am going to hold a checked work lottery. So what I would like for students to do when they're working on their assessment is to use a blank separate sheet of paper to check their work. Put their name at the top of it. They need to label out what question each of the checked work is for. So number 1, checked work. Number 2, checked work. If they fill a page of checked work, they can bring it with them on Monday. We're going to crumple it up into like a little basket that I have, and then I will draw one of those after the assessment. So we'll do this next one will be on Monday. I will draw it for a prize. I'm gonna pick something super cool. I don't know what yet, but that hopefully will also help to incentivize the checking of work. So what you need to know for the assessment on Thursday is that after students complete their test the first time and turn it into you, any self-corrected work that they do from there is worth 50% credit back, and that your student should be checking their work for their math assessment on a separate sheet of paper. Keep that checked work on the separate sheet of paper, bring that to school with them for the chance to win a prize. You guys, thank you so much for just your support and partnering with me. I really appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully how this is going to continue to bolster their learning and also their confidence in the answers and solutions that they're finding in their work. So I hope that you guys are having a great Thursday, Friday. We'll see whenever I get this video out. And please feel free to email me if you guys have any questions. Thank you.